Hello, a very good afternoon to all of you. This is OHRM 304, Introduction to Human Resource Management. I am Dr. James Baba Abogre, University of Ghana Business School. Our first session is Introduction to Human Resource Management. In this, we have these objectives to achieve at the end of the session. Understand what HRM is and how firms gain a sustainable competitive advantage through people. Identify the difference between HRM and personnel management. You also need to understand the various concepts of strategic human resource management, such as the soft, hard, change management, human capital, and intellectual assets. You also need to state HR's role in developing intellectual capital, and then you'll be able to define HRM and identify the main HRM functions. So what is HRM? It is a process of managing human talents to achieve an organization's objectives. In fact, we use a lot of words to describe how important people are to organizations. There are several terms that we akin to human resource management. One is human resource management, human capital, intellectual assets, and talent management. All these imply that it is people who drive the performance of their organizations. Therefore, successful organizations are particularly adept at bringing together different kinds of people to achieve a common purpose. This is the essence of human resource management. The development and functions of human resource management. We have personnel management and then human resource management. First of all, what is personnel management? It is often considered as an old-fashioned name for human resource management, but they are both the same. And in some organizations, there may be a little difference between the old personnel department and today's human resource department. That is to say, when you go to some organization, you see that it is still written personnel management, whilst others will still liken it to human resource department. But human resource is just a gradual evolution of the personnel management. So what is personnel management? Personnel management is becoming a part of the overall business strategy, and this is reflected in the term human resource management rather than the use of the term personnel management. The foundation of HR activity. The traditional view of human resource management can be explained by the four objectives of the human resource activity. These can be identified as staffing, performance, change management, and administrative objective. So let's start with the first one, human resource planning. It is the assessment of the future of the people requirements in terms of both numbers and levels of skills and competencies, and also formulating and implementing plans to meet those requirements. That is the people needs of the organization. It also deals with the talent management, which means providing for the attraction, retention, development, and rewarding of high quality people. Additionally, it deals with the recruitment and selection of people, which also means the obtaining the number and type of people the organization needs. So let's go on and start with the performance objectives too. These are a continuation of the resource objectives. So performance objective involves getting better results from the organization, teams, and individuals by measuring and managing performance within agreed framework of objectives and competence requirement. In fact, performance targets may be introduced through an appraisal system to discuss the performance and future ambitions of the organization. Change management objectives. This is advising and assisting with the facilitation of change in the organizations in response to change in the environment and the introduction of new organizations, structures and systems, and the HR policies and practices. For instance, many of the IT industries need to be adaptable and fast changing to keep up with changes in modern technology. What is the difference between HRM and then personnel management? In fact, HRM is actually linked to the strategic management of an organization. HRM seeks commitment to organizational goals. It focuses on the individual needs rather than the collective workforce. HRM enables organizations to devolve power and become more flexible. It also emphasizes people as an asset to be positively utilized by the organization. Therefore, three features that distinguish HRM and personnel management are: 1, personnel management is an activity aimed primarily at non-managers, whereas HRM is less focused on that but more concerned about managerial staff. Second, HRM is more of an integrated line management activity, whereas personnel management seeks to influence the line management. Third, HRM emphasizes the importance of senior management being involved in the management of culture, whereas personnel management is rather more focused on the organization's development. Defining HRM in terms of soft HRM and then hard HRM. Within the human resource management view, two approaches have been identified as hard human resource management and soft human resource management. The hard approach of human resource management is concerned with aligning human resource strategy with business strategy, while the soft approach is concerned with the workers' outcome and encourages commitment to the organization by focusing on workers' concerns such as work systems, which refers to the organizations of work to ensure that it is efficient and productive and again can meet the organization's goal. Also reward system, and these are concerned with how employees are rewarded for their work. They include monetary rewards such as pay, bonuses, profit sharing, and non-monetary rewards such as holidays and health insurance. The HRM system forms one part of the Harvard model and can be considered with taking into account stakeholders' interests, like situational factors, HRM outcomes, and long-term consequences of decisions. So we have what we call the mission and strategy of the organization. And the mission and strategy refers to the organization's reason for being there. The mission articulates the organization's fundamental purpose and defines the nature of the business. So we need HRM, strong HRM, to work to enhance this. Second, the organizational structure. This refers to the requirement and task needed to achieve the organization's goal. And that includes the accounting systems and communication networks, as well as the personnel required at different levels and the task to be accomplished. So human resource management systems. These establish the need for people to be recruited and developed, which in turn will enable them to achieve the organizational goals and maintain performance. The context of human resource management. Human resource cannot take place in isolation from the internal organizations or external environment, where the organizational, external, political, economic, social, and technical factors, including the global context, can have an impact on the operations of the organization and how HRM is managed within that context. Thank you very much. I now refer you to read on the first session of the slide and then the reading material.